Hello again. It is still March 30th, Monday. That we just did a quick lesson creating parallelograms. Now that's just a component within the bigger questions that we're going to start today. I can complete coordinate geometry proofs with additional steps, which I find the fourth point, or calculating midpoint. There's pretty much two different types of questions in this packet that we're going to go over. That's basically the two of them. Midpoint we're going to be utilizing, so I kind of gave you the midpoint formula here. You've seen this before, but again, it's going to come up, so I want to make sure that you have that. So it's going to basically combine what we just did with the creating parallelograms with what we did before that, the coordinate geometry proofs. So we're going to focus today on the midpoint ones. I'm going to do my best to fit everything here, and it's going to be great. All right, let's get my pen. I got A, -6, -2, B, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. C is 6, -2. And it's a triangle, so let's connect those nice and neat, or as neat as I possibly can. All right, now it says that AB has midpoint D, so D is going to be the midpoint of AB. E is going to be the midpoint of BC, and F is going to be the midpoint of EC. So I'm going to have to calculate the midpoint using midpoint formula, x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. So I'm using the vertices here. So for AB, my x's are -6 and 2. And then my y's are -2 and 8. This is getting messy. So that's going to be -4 over 2, comma 6 over 2, which is -2, comma 3. For BC, 2 and 6. And my y's 8 and -2. That's 8 over 2, 6 over 2. That is 4, comma 3. And AC, -6 and 6. -2 and -2. That's going to be 0 over 2, -4 over 2, 0, -2. So 0, -2 is F. 4, comma 3 is E. And -2, comma 3 is B. So all I did there was calculate the midpoints. I know it got a little messy, but you know, I'm working what I got here. Now it wants you to prove that ADEF is a parallelogram. ADEF is not a rhombus. So this is what we did prior. So I'm just going to erase some stuff here to create some more room. Erase all this ugly midpoint stuff. Erase a lot of stuff. Let's get my A back in there. So again, it wants me to prove that ADEF is a parallelogram, but not a rhombus. So 1, ADEF. In fact, I can do this step by typing. ADEF is a parallelogram because, and again, this comes back to that sheet that you have to have memorized. You have to know how to prove your different shapes because it has two pairs of opposite sides congruent. It is not a rhombus. Well, to prove a rhombus, again, you have to know all your how do you proves. A rhombus has all sides congruent, so it is not a rhombus because it does not have all sides congruent. So now that I did that, I'm going to do my calculations. Now be careful what you're proving. A, D, E, F. A, D, E, F. I use those midpoints to create the shape that I'm proving. So I'm doing the distance of AD, I'm doing the distance of DE, I'm doing the distance of EF, and I'm doing the distance of FA. AD is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DE is a straight line, so I don't have to do distance, it's just 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. EF, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Something's not right. Oh. Four squared and 5 squared. Again, it's a little bit hard on this graph to see what's going on. And FA is again a straight line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to prove it's a parallelogram, I said it has two pairs of opposite sides congruent. So tell me that AD is congruent to EF and DE is congruent to FA because they have the same distance. It says to prove it's not a rhombus, it says does not have all sides congruent, so tell me that AD is not congruent to DE because they don't have the same distance. So it's the same thing we were doing, but now we had to use the midpoint formula in order to come up with the midpoints to create the shape. So it's a little bit longer, but conceptually is really not much more difficult. I think this question might have had a typo. So let's kind of take a look at it. NRQW, N is negative 2, 5. R is 2, 5. That's too sloppy for me, which is saying a lot. U is 2, -3. W is -2, -3. Now it says that A is the midpoint of NR. It says B is the midpoint of RQ. It says C is the midpoint of QW. Oh, I wrote out midpoint. And D is the midpoint of WN. So again, we said before, midpoint formula, x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. I want you to take a few minutes right now and calculate the midpoints. I'll give you about a 2-minute head start. There you go. Now it wants us to prove that ABCD. So let's see ABCD. Is a parallelogram, but not a rhombus. So I believe there is a typo here. The typo is prove that ABCD is a rhombus. So that's my mistake. We're proving that it's a rhombus. So let me just erase everything that I just did. Again, all that was necessary to find the vertices of a new shape. But now that I have that, I'm going to prove that it's a rhombus. So I'm just going to start you off. I'm going to give you a head start. Just like always, what they want me to prove, ABCD is a rhombus because, and again, I'm going to give you a good 3 or 4 minute head start. Yes, I know you can just pause it, but you're not going to. I know how you work. If you missed my voice. I'm back. All right, I did all my distances. ABCD is a rhombus because all sides are congruent. I found the distance of all four sides. There's no need for diagonals here because it's not asking anything about a square or a rectangle. Now I tie it all together. I said that all sides are congruent, so tell me what's congruent. AB is congruent to BC, is congruent to CD, is congruent to DA, because they have the same distance. So your only classwork, well, your classwork / homework for today, I want you to do number 3. So basically I want you to do this one for homework, finish the other sheet. I'm going to write it up top. In fact, I'll write it right here. Your homework, your classwork / homework is to finish creating parallelograms, and then just 1 through 3 in coordinate geometry proofs applications. We're going to continue this tomorrow. We're going to finish the rest of this packet. You're going to have a quiz on this tomorrow. This is a very common 6-point question, so we want to really make sure we're prepared for it. That's all I got for today. Again, use the keys if you need to. Schlansky.com, password Tyler. They're there to help you. The goal is to learn. You need to be utilizing these videos, and you need to be practicing and doing it yourself. I will see you by tomorrow. If you have any questions, send me a message on Remind, email. I'm here.